Hey, happy 4th of July, everybody. Welcome to another episode of FHB Friday. This one is a pretty popular product. I've never actually had one until now. From good old White Claw Hard Seltzer, Black Cherry. 170 calories, 5% ABV, gluten-free, and only 3 grams of sugar. I'm surprised. No protein. And it's made by Mark Anthony Brewing. And they have, I don't know, 4 or 5 different breweries. Tall can poured in the tall glass. And I don't know what I was expecting. I didn't know it was going to be clear, but I guess it is. It does seem to have a slight purple tint to it, but I think it's just the fridge lights. No foam, but yeah, so it looks like a glass of club soda or something. Probably need to pour the whole thing in, but it smells like some kind of black cherry soda. Or I used to love black cherry ice cream when I was a kid. I'm spilling this. It's funny because it doesn't really smell like a alcoholic beverage. It just smells like a soda. 5% is not that strong, so let's see what we're in for here. Cheers. Well, it definitely has more flavor than a LaCroix or bubbly or Waterloo, that's for sure. Not quite as dry as those products, but it's also not like super sweet and cloying or anything either. Again, like this whole can, stovepipe can, 19.2 ounces, only 3 grams of sugar, which is really ironic because the way that they make these hard seltzers, they just take water, add table sugar, ferment it with yeast, and then just add whatever flavoring that they want. So the yeast, I would assume, just eats up most of the sugar. They might add like a little bit more when they bottle or can it to sweeten it up, but yeah, it's a really simple recipe. Yeah, to me this tastes like a very clear, very clearly fall kind of flavor. Like this tastes like a soda or a bubbly or a Waterloo, something like that. You know, this doesn't taste like authentic black cherry, and I'm sure it doesn't say. I mean, it says made pure, but what do they mean by that? Um, like is there? Let's see. It does say natural cherry juice concentrate. So I mean, there's like a little bit of, but I mean, it's a concentrate. It's not like they mashed up a bunch of black cherries and then threw those into the mix. It's just a syrup or an extract, whatever you want to call it. Tastes like pretty much every other black cherry flavored product. It kind of reminds me of black cherry ice cream, or I don't know, like a black cherry LaCroix or bubbly or something like that. So I mean, it's funny because like up front, it's not very sweet. In fact, the whole thing is not very sweet until like kind of like at the apex and into the finish, you get the actual black cherry flavor. And so I mean, it's like the flavor of like the black cherry makes you think that it's sweet. I mean, maybe it is sweet there for like a second, but it finishes dry. Like there's like almost no aftertaste on this. Yeah, it has kind of the body of a LaCroix or something. I would say it has a little bit more body than that. Still light bodied, probably about the same as like, Bud Light, Coors Light, something like that. Highly carbonated. But I would say like, LaCroix and those types of products are like very light and very highly carbonated. This one is just light and high carbonation. In fact, I might even say it's like medium high carbonation. It's definitely crisp and spritzy. Yeah, say it's pretty refreshing while it's in the mouth. Definitely need it on a day like today. We're right at 90 degrees right now on the 4th of July. I will say this is super easy drinking. I'm glad I got the full stovepipe can because I would have been done by now if I hadn't. Not that there's much else to say on this. It's just an easy drinking, I don't know, kind of hard soda. By the way, so it's 5% ABV, and I mean, like I get like no, like this doesn't have like any kind of alcoholic astringent character like Twisted Tea usually does, or even like, Mike's Hard Lemonade and those other types of products. By the way, the company that makes Mike's Hard Lemonade also makes this. It's like I think it started in Canada, came out in 2016. I think the lime is their number one bestseller, but the black cherry is their second. So I always thought the black cherry was their biggest one because whenever I go anywhere, I only ever see black cherry as available in a stovepipe can. But yeah, so I was to say this. It tastes better than I thought it was. Or I thought it was easy drinking. I can see why people like it so much. It tastes absolutely nothing like beer because it's not. Like there's no malt in here. It's just water and sugar and that's fermented. So I mean, I can see people who don't like beer or wine or anything like that. It kind of just tastes like a soda. Like it has like almost no alcoholic character to it at all. It might be like a little overcarbonated, but it's kind of the point. This is definitely something you can drink on its own. This isn't sweet enough to be a dessert in and of itself, but this is the ideal situation when you're sitting on the porch with nothing to do. Just suck down a White Claw. So yeah, so for an FHB flavored hard beverage, this one's pretty good. I like it. It's a little simple. It's a little faux tasting, but drinking on it is great. And for this much product, and I'm only getting 170 calories and 3 grams of sugar. Wow, that's impressive. So I'm gonna go pretty high. Well, I don't know. It depends on who you are, but I'm just a solid 8 out of 10 for the White Claw Black Cherry. They also make a non-alcoholic version, which seems kind of pointless to me, but whatever. All right, so happy 4th of July, everybody, and I'll see you in a week or two. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.